When people see the music video, they wouldn't know that I'm sick. Kim Chi-won, Make It Look Easy, Episode 03. When ITZY released Sneakers, they were harassed with hate and backlash for being cringy. When Stacey released Beautiful Monster, they were also harassed with hate and backlash, calling the song boring and saying they flopped. One of their McNees, Yoon, who had just turned 18, received most of this hate. When IVE did anything, they were also harassed. People even attacked the way these girls ate food. My point is that 4th-gen girl groups have been receiving hate for years for dumb reasons. For things they can't control. For things that's not their fault. And after Easy would be released, LE SSERAFIM was the next target. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm discussing the LE SSERAFIM hate train. Yes, the hate train that they've been receiving for months now. As someone who has been observing people bully LE SSERAFIM for months, I have to share my thoughts on the topic now. This video may seem very defensive, and it may seem useless because they don't know me, but I can't sit back and watch another girl group get dragged through the mud for unnecessary reasons. If you're a LE SSERAFIM hater, click out now. I've warned you, I won't tolerate bullying or harassment in the comments. Easy is where it all went downhill. When the music video was released, the girls were attacked for things out of their control, such as filming in a church. LE SSERAFIM is under a contract with a K-pop company. They don't have control over where they're filming or the music video's creative direction. However, no one used their brains to think and bullied the girls over the music video, as if they were the creative directors. Along with this, no one attacked the other movies or artists, maybe besides Sabrina Carpenter, but no one bullied her as they did to LE SSERAFIM, who filmed in this church. This church is known for having celebrities film their music videos or movies in this church, so if people had a bone to pick with it, attack the church. But they couldn't because they just needed to take their anger out on LE SSERAFIM. Along with this, they were attacked for their encores. The annoying part of this is that every group has bad encores, but they only attacked LE SSERAFIM for this. People on TikTok would only show the bad parts and never the parts where they sounded stable and good. Because it's popular to hate LE SSERAFIM, why would they disprove their point? The picking and choosing who to hate on didn't stop with Easy era, it continued on to Coachella. I think LE SSERAFIM was attacked unjustly after their performance at Coachella. Everyone ignored that they performed without backtracking while doing intense choreography. Almost every group and artist at Coachella performs with a backtrack, including 80s. You couldn't hear other groups' mistakes as well because they had a backtrack. However, LE SSERAFIM didn't, but despite this, they still tried their hardest and kept the energy up. Was it the best performance ever? No. Was it amazing? No. But did everyone who saw the performance in person say the energy was amazing and they did great? Yes. All the hate comes from brookies who didn't have the money to attend Coachella. Again, to reiterate my points, LE SSERAFIM's performance was not perfect. Yes, they had a lot of places to improve. However, I saw so much hate over the couple of weak or bad parts from their 40-minute set. Conveniently, the people hating looked past the parts of their 40-minute performance where they sounded fine. With that intense choreography, with no backtrack, for 40 minutes straight, the hate they received was unjust. And yes, I say hate and not criticism. According to the Oxford Dictionary, criticism is the analysis and judgment of the merits and faults of a literary or artistic work. Criticisms are given so someone can improve. I used to do competitive gymnastics for 10 years and all-star cheer for 3. So, I'm no stranger to criticism or what we call corrections. They're ways for you to improve, and it's something to get used to. As artists, I'm positive LE SSERAFIM are also no strangers to criticism. In the next portion of this video, I'll go more into depth about their documentary. However, in the documentary, you can see the members giving each other corrections criticism. My point is, criticism is okay because that's the only way you'll improve as an athlete or, in LE SSERAFIM's case, an artist. However, there is a clear difference between hate and criticism, and what LE SSERAFIM has been receiving is clear hate. Some examples are they can't do their jobs, they suck at their jobs, LE SSERAFIM threatens to release music, they can't sing, they need to disband, etc. Those comments are nowhere near criticism. They're hate, and people are disguising it as criticism. Criticisms are when you point out a fault but also give a way to improve that fault. People are in the comments just full hating on these girls, not giving corrections or pointers on improving. On July 29th, LE SSERAFIM released their second documentary, which picked up from where they stopped in their first documentary. Throughout the documentary, they showed the struggles and hardships they've gone through since anti-fragile era. Throughout the documentary, you see the members experiencing health issues, specifically Yunji and Sakura's, such as breathing issues, or we saw the other members getting extremely sick, halting their activities. Throughout these hardships, you saw how hard they worked, and despite them being sick, they still wanted to practice and perform to do their best. Referring back to the quote I said in the beginning, when people see the music video, they wouldn't know that I'm sick. Kim Ji-won, Make It Look Easy, Episode 03. Throughout the documentary, the girls expressed how much they wanted to do well, no matter what. Throughout the documentary, you also see the members witnessing all the hate they receive, making the argument that they'll never see the hate anyway irrelevant. You would think people would have sympathy after watching and seeing that the girls are working so hard. No. As soon as the documentary dropped, I saw people saying, they're trying to gain sympathy through the documentary or they're so bad at their jobs, do better. This reaction after the documentary honestly made me lose all hope for society. This is not criticism, this is hate and harassment. You guys are harassing these girls. After they show their most vulnerable moments and sides in this documentary, your first reaction is to laugh and hate. It's disgusting. You all make me sick. These comments prove that K-pop stans want a group to hate on at the moment because their comments have no standing. Let's address their comments about releasing this to gain sympathy. My question is, how? Please explain to me now. How can you when they started recording this documentary before anti-fragile era, also known as, before their massive hate train? They had no clue what would happen the next year and how hated they would be. I could see this point being valid if they started recording after Easy era, but they didn't. They began recording this 2 years ago. Along with this isn't their first documentary. Their first documentary also showed the struggles and emotions they experienced through their debut, so their documentaries are known for being expressive. The second documentary was no different. Let's start with the second comment. The girls aren't doing their jobs. They are, and even though their choreography is challenging, you can see how much and how hard they are. I remember when the Ha sisters visited Korea and recorded their vlog meeting La Sserafim. Evelyn mentioned that she talked to the staff about when La Sserafim has time to themselves, or when they take breaks. The staff said they've never seen the girls rest. These girls are working hard, and it's showing through their recent performances. But no one wants to bring up or mention the good performances La Sserafim does because they want someone to take that anger out on. Before continuing with the next section, I will discuss self-harming. If you're not in the place to listen to this content, skip to this timestamp. I don't understand how K-pop stans can continuously hate these girl groups so extremely, knowing what happened to Sulli and Hara. I hate to bring them up. However, these girls were dragged and attacked for every single thing they did. Despite struggling and attempting multiple times, no one cared and claimed they wanted attention. Do you guys not understand that idols are human? Have you guys never learned from previous times? Criticism is okay. However, the comments Sulli and Hara were getting and now these new girl groups are incredibly disgusting and need to stop. As someone who was bullied in the past, words hurt. Words impact your confidence and how you see and perceive yourself. As someone who has had negative thoughts, I mean, very negative, as in I wanted to end everything thoughts, it was due to other people's perception of me and thinking everyone hated me. The thousands of comments you leave on these idols' posts are seen and taken to heart. So please think before you comment. Again, I hate bringing up Sulli and Hara, but I think we need to be more open to discussing cases like these to prevent them from happening again. I thought I should make a whole section for Yunjin because she has been one of the members receiving the most hate for the longest time. Some of the hate stemming from her comment of her wanting to change the idol industry. People have used this comment against her for months to discredit the things she and her group have accomplished. Although it may not be a big difference, I think she and her group have made a slight difference. I've seen people bring up the point of her getting plastic surgery and losing weight to debut. Yes, she did abide by the beauty standard. However, change starts with small steps. One small change is La Sserafim making documentaries. La Sserafim discussing their struggles, showing their most vulnerable times, and natural skin with no filters are small steps. How many idols or groups make such vulnerable documentaries? How many idols show their bare skin, no makeup, no filters? How many idols openly show their weaknesses and health problems for hundreds of thousands to see? Or Yunjin going solo by writing her own music, singing about how she feels, and making her own music videos. How many idols do you see go solo as a rookie, And not just go solo as a rookie, but also write their own songs and make their own music videos along with it as a rookie? Along with this, we could discuss La Sserafim's concept. Their concept has been based on struggles and things they've experienced in the real world. Many songs instead recycle the topics of love or relationships, but not La Sserafim. Although these things may seem small, they're different than the rest of the game. These things can inspire other idols to maybe step outside the box a little. Of course, I also have to discuss Starbucks. This is an iffy situation to me, considering the fact that Starbucks doesn't support It's Not Real. The hate Yunjin got was unwarranted. Personally, I have been boycotting Starbucks since they fired the employees with the pins. However, they technically never side on political issues. I know this isn't political, it's a genocide, but you understand what I mean. My point is, they have never given money to It's Not Real, so they technically don't fund it. The hate Yunjin received for this was diabolical since almost half the idol industry, like every SM artist, was caught with Starbucks. The hate Somi and Yunjin got for drinking Starbucks when their brands like Disney and McDonald's, who have actively been funding it, It's Not Real is crazy. But when K-pop stans see other idols, especially collabing with these brands, or eating or watching these things, no one cares. My point is, the hate Yunjin got was unnecessary and clearly showed me people don't do their research. LOL. It also clarified that people just wanted a reason to hate her. It was never about watermelon. It was about having a reason to hate Yunjin. All this time you spent hating on Yunjin, you could have been doing your research and donating. And if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it. I don't like certain groups. However, you don't see me putting all my energy into hating on them. Why? Because that's what a fan does. Stay cool, stay fresh.